I'm going to get gloved up and then we're going to get going. So, as those of you who are familiar with the hololive card game, there is not a whole lot of time before I'm going to crack through this whole thing. I think I'll probably do it in an hour, maybe two, depending on how long I yap. But, yeah, there's a couple things with this particular set that we want to go over. So they made massive changes to this set versus the Japanese set. So if you've seen the Japanese set, this will be a very different experience. First, there's two cards that are unique to English that have never existed in Japanese. They're both SRs, and if we open them, I'll let you know. But one is a second Kanata, and one is an Advent full art, alternate art SR. And then with this set in particular, which also happened in JP, there are three alternate art S rarities, where the regular one will be one art, and if we pull the S will be a completely different art. In addition, there's going to be no start decks this time. If you've seen on the channel before, we have usually open these with start decks, but this time the start decks were incorporated in. So the start deck cards are actually in these packs, so that will be a big difference. So I have no supplementary products to open. I just have these 12 boxes here. And without further ado, let's get into it. So box breaks for this set allegedly are 4 double rares per box, 1 to 2 S rarities per box, 1 to 2 SRs per box, and then there's 4 boxes with SY, which are the full color cheers, 4 boxes with the quote-unquote leaders or Oshi cards, 1 with 2 Oshi cards, 1 with 1 Oshi card and 1 UR, and then 1 super money box that has either another UR, a ultra Oshi rare, or a signed card. So we're gonna take note on this because we wanna see, there's rumors that there are less S cards and more double rares to make up for the fact that the starter decks are now incorporated into the booster product. So I wanna keep a record of what we open, and I'll be monitoring that just in case. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff to look forward to as we open today. At Genesis, yeah, man, I'm back. I don't think I'm traveling until April, so we are back now. So, all right, let's just get right into it. Open some pack. Open some pack. All right. So as you can see, on the actual cover, it has all 4 of them, but on the packs, it'll be some of the EN and some of the JP. Let me see how that works. Let's open here. So this is EN. This is JP, JP, EN, JP, EN. So it looks like there was 3 and 3. Wait, is that right? Maybe. Okay, it looks like there's 3 and 3. Do you want to do an experiment and open the JP packs separate from the EN packs and see if there's more hits or less hits in them? I'm kind of down. Let's do it. Nothing better to do. Okay, cool. All right. EN or JP packs first? EN or JP packs first? What are we doing? No one says anything. I'm just going to do it. All right. We're doing JP first. JP. All right. Yeah. We got it. I picked the right answer. I knew it. All right. Let's see what's up. All right. So 8 cards per pack, 12 packs in a box. Usually the hits are in the center of the pack, so we'll know right away. All right, it goes white, green, red, blue, purple, yellow. Oh, okay, so this is, whoa, we got a leader right off the bat. All right, so we have Subaru, which is a good Oshi card right off the bat, but we also have multiple good reprints. Manager is one of the better ones, so just right off the bat, first pack, we get not a ultra rare one, but a OSR right off the bat, so that's good. All right, tool, and this is our rare. All right, tools, I guess I'm gonna put here for now, and purple can go there. All right, so one hit for the JP side. One hit for the JP side. JP Oshi in the JP pack. Coincidence? I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Okay, here's another really good reprint. We have the, with alternate art, we have the Nodoka summer outfit. The summer outfit Nodoka. Let me see something real quick. I gotta know. So this one is from the start deck. It has a different number, but that's just because it's from the first start deck. Decks. Kanata. Okay, no, it's the same. For some reason, I thought it was different. Okay, it is the same. So this is Nodoka. This is a good one from there. Already a second manager. That's pretty cool. And then we have blue Koyoi's assistant. So this one is also one that we should be paying attention to because this, if we get the S, it has the alternate art. So I'll put that one aside just so I remember. And nothing in there otherwise, but two managers and a Nodoka is pretty cool. Into that. All right. All right, so we have Koyori, Radin, Shiori. All right, so here's a double rare. So let's put that on the side and let's keep track of how many double rares we open. So that's one double rare so far. Allegedly 425 in these packs per box, so we'll see. And our first red card. Oh, we got something. I think that's probably the SR. And I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. This is the SR. So we got the Cecilia Emma Green as our SR. So that's a hit from the box. Two-tone PC. We're also going to be checking to see how many of these get because that's probably the best single support card from the set. Does anybody know if we get cheers in this pack, or is this the pack that they stopped putting cheers in? I don't remember. Because we might not have to worry about cheers in this. We have one more JP pack to go. Here's another double rare. So that's two for the box so far. Struggle Meal. This is also one that has an alternate art, so I'll put that one to the side just to remind myself to keep that. But like I said, there are three cards. Oh, and then one of them is the Unlimited Laplace. Unlimited Laplace. No cheers. Okay, yeah, okay, good. Then I don't have to make space for the cheers on the thing. Yeah, removing cheers and then also removing the start decks. Interesting decision. Interesting decision. So like, cheers are going to be like really hard to get, I guess, if you're just starting. Okay, so this is one of the Kanata start deck cards, and then this one looks like it still has the start deck number on it, so the numbers are the same, which is good. Work PC, and then that's just a rare. All right, so out of the JP packs, so again, we're just doing some weird numbers math. So we got two double rares, an OSR and an SR. All right, and then two managers and a Nodoka and a two-tone. So I don't know, those JP packs were pretty good. Pretty good. So, okay, we also have not gotten additional cheers since pack 3. Okay, good to know, good to know. By the way, how is this angle? Are we able to see what's going on here? Let me see, I could probably tune it a little bit. It looks like it's kind of like weirdly at an angle. Is that like a bit straighter now? I can't tell. Let me see. How does it look on my monitor there? Sorry for the jaggeds. Let's see. Does that look a little bit better? Okay. Yeah, I saw some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. I was not really impressed. Mascot. Bijou. Mascot catcher. One mascot per deck. Okay, so this is like fan meeting. Okay. No wonder why I haven't heard that card. But, alright. Second EN pack. Looks like all of the goods were in the JP pack. I'm going to keep note to see where the majority of our hits are. It'd be funny. Okay, so La Plus is also another one where we could get an alt art, so I'm going to put that to the side just so I remember myself. These are also good. We're going to want a bunch of these because this is a meta deck in set 4. And then here is another double rare. There's another double rare. No hits on the EN packs yet. I don't know if it's just me, but I think that whatever I did to the camera, it looks a little bit better. Not sure. Let me know. Yeah, some of the, like, is it bad that some of the TMNT cards that I'm most looking forward to are just reprints? Like, I obviously want Raf's Jite, you know, Umezawa's Jite, but with Raf on it. Another Nodoka. That's good. And this is our S. Ooh, it's almost like dark and textured. Can you see that? Let's see. Look at that. It's like almost kind of like a cold foil out of Flesh and Blood, or like an etched foil out of Magic. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, here's our S. Or at least one of our S's. So far we have opened one S, one SR, and one OSR. So it's possible we could open something cool in this box yet. We're still not sure. Danibo is what? Shadow Spear, right? Yeah. I'm glad that they, as a MTG lover of equipment and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm a fan of that. Otherwise, I'm not so much sure. All right, here's Luna. This is another summer one. We got spots. Where am I putting spots? Let's get this out of the way. And you know what? I'll put spots right here. That's fine. EN, we're not doing very good here. We got the S and like nothing else, man. EN packs, not hitting. Not hitting right now. Let's see. All right. And here's another S. Okay. This one also kind of looks textured a little bit. Like, the other ones were very, like, reflective, but they were, like, very shiny. These look darker, almost, what's the word to use? Wish I had some other cards to, like, show the difference, but, like, they look more saturated. They look pretty good. I like that. Okay, so I think that confirms. Oh yeah, and there we go. There's the Kanata Rare. That's the one from the start deck. Okay, and then here's our last pack. So we should be getting a double rare here, looks like, for our fourth double rare, because then we have an OSR 2S and an SR. Okay, so there should be a double rare in this pack. Again, one of the biggest fears is that we do not get a playset anymore because they're incorporating those. So that's definitely something we want to see. And by the way, oh man, look, we could barely fit ERB's name in the card text box. That like noticeable size difference in text here. Like, yo, the font is different. That's pretty funny. Okay. And this is the double rare. Okay, so it looks like this box was opened exactly as predicted. So that means box number 1 for us had 2 S, 1 SR, no SY. Oh, actually, I have to put 0, and 1 OSR. So that means we got 1 of the OSR boxes. So let's bring that over here. Paste. Oh yeah, I need to put in a double rare column here. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4 for those keeping track at home. Here are 4 double rares, 2 S, 1 SR, 1 OSR. That appears to be correct. And then we also happen to get 2 Nodokas and 2 managers and 1 two-tone. Is that good? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm pretty happy that we got that many. These are really good supports. And then we got the 2 spots. All right. Next box. We can, after we learn a little bit more, we were able to go through these a little bit faster. But, yeah, the first box, pretty good. Got an Oshi Holo Mem card. Got a bunch of usable supports. So again, I'm going to pull the packs out so you can kind of see how the ENJP distribution goes. We can see there should be 3 of each, right? ENJP, ENJP, JP, EN. JP, EN, JP, EN, EN, JP. All right, this time I'm going to do EN first. EN first. Why not? We're going to have fun with it. But yeah, I have, I guess, a couple updates regarding this game. Manager, right off the bat. First, I have 2 more Lunar New Year events to go to. Okay, and we just get the SR right off the bat. That's an EN pack, so that's good. Here we go. Here's our SR. 1 SR, Shiori Novella. But yeah, I have 2 more Lunar New Year events to go to. Yeah, it's so on the pack, it looks like there's 6 JP talent packs and 6 EN talent packs. So it's just a fun little mini game. I'm opening them separately to see if one gives you higher chance that it hits or not. But yeah, this goes over here. Did I mess it up earlier? No, I didn't. 2 summer pack. But yeah, I have 2 more Lunar New Year events to go to. I already won 1, so luckily I don't. It's relaxing because I already have the 1 for the binder, but obviously I would love to win more. Just because I do need the practice, because I also. Oh, I got something. All right, let's see. Hang on, I'm gonna stop talking real quick. Let's see. What we get. Da-da-da-da. Is that the OUR? Oh no, it's the OSR. It looks cool though. It looks so good. Let's see, OSR. Oh man, that looks so good. I've never seen this in JP, so this is my first time seeing it. That texture's so cool. Can you guys pick that up? I don't know if you can see that. Man, that looks so cool. I was excited. The texture's so cool, I thought it was the OUR. I actually don't know what the OUR looks like, so my bad. But are we getting 2 OSR packs back to back? And also this time we've got basically the exact reverse, whereas the EN has the SR and the OSR now. But anyway, yeah, it's also because I did happen to 5-0 the Toronto Bloom Cup DX, and therefore I was able to qualify for Worlds. I still don't know when that will be, so I'm hoping I get to go. But I've been pretty much winning all my entry cups and Lunar New Year events with Kiara, and the Kiara deck is doing pretty well and does not really have any updates in this set, so it basically just runs as normal. And as far as the meta is concerned, the only thing that really changes is, oh, and then here's a double rare. Put that right there for now. Is Subaru becomes, ooh, Mikorone. That was our first one. So we did not get a Mikorone, notably, in the first box. So those are not guaranteed 1 per box, kind of like how they were in set 2. So that's also good to know. Here's a Nodoka, speaking of good supports. But yeah, I am going to continue to keep playing. Here's another double rare. Kiara, for the time being. I think it is probably still one of the better decks. And that was all of the EN cards, by the way. So the EN packs had the OSR, the SR, and 2 double rares. So we still don't know what kind of box this is. It could be one of 3 different kinds. So we'll see what's in the JP packs. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Kiara. I've got my deck list down to kind of within 2 or 3 slots after tuning and talking to various people. I'm enjoying playing the deck. It's really fun. And yeah, I think that it is possibly one of the better choices. I don't really feel any polarizing matchups. So it is definitely one of the cool things. But yeah, I so far have only lost 2 games in all of 2026. I lost in one of the Lunar New Year events to a Suisei player, and here's a double rare. And I lost, oh, an Advent. This one has an alt art, so I should put that to the side as well. Iris, let's go. And then I lost to a Marin player in one of the Lunar New Year events that I went to, which actually taught me a pretty valuable lesson that I didn't know before. So that loss actually translated into just becoming better. So, but yeah, so far I've won every other match that I've played in this year over the last month and a half. And yeah, I can't recommend the deck more. I played an entire gauntlet against a local here at the store. We busted out every single deck in the format. We basically just jammed them against each other for like 8 hours plus or something. And okay, this is really cool. So this is a story here. So we have the S. Now, what's cool about these is this is actually from the start deck, so they never got S's in Japan, but they did come out as foil promos while the start decks were out. So these were tournament promos exclusively in Japan, but we actually get to open them as foil S in the packs. So that is pretty cool. I'm glad I got that. And that can go there, that can go there. Okay, so that means I have, what, 3? So I have 4 double rare. Looking at an S at this point. Looking for one more S, maybe an OSR, we'll find out. But yeah, in our testing, like I said, we played for hours and hours and hours. In our testing, we found that many of the decks were very inconsistent except for Kiara. And in a world where, oh, so we did get a 5th double rare. I believe we got a 5th double rare. Okay, so that means we might only get one S. So I might be able to confirm that rumor because somebody else had that problem up in the server. So it's possible that we are getting cut S's in order to make up for the fact that they put the start deck cards into the booster pack. We'll see. But yeah. And yeah, no more double rares or S's, so this is a good card. That's a good one. So let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like, am I dumb? Double rare, double rare, double rare, double rare, double rare. So that's 5 double rares. So we'll write that down, 5. S was just the Kanata. It's 1. SR was the Shiori. So that's 1. No SYs and 1 OSR is the Raden. Okay. So I guess this is going to count as one of the 1 OSR boxes on our thing, but we got 5 double rares. So So I'll make that note. If y'all wondering what I'm doing, I'm keeping track of what we open here on my secondary monitor. So that way I can make sure we can keep track of the mapping. Okay. So how did I do this before? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we just put the double rares in front here, and the SR, OSR. Okay, so I'll put that there. And then okay, it looks like I've been getting pretty consistently 2 Nodocas, 2 managers. No 2 tones in there that I could see in 1 Mikorone. If 2 tones are this rare, that's gonna be rough. Let's just double check to make sure I didn't miss any. Does not look like it. Okay. All right. Next box. So if we're going by the current known box breaks, we have opened 2 of the 4 single OSR boxes. All right. Here is our 6 packs. And JPEN, 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 JPEN. Let's go back to JP this time. JP. Have a JP promo Luna from the time I got playing in a blue code. Yeah. So that's how JP was able to get their foils, but I think with our increased, they've changed how they do distribution of packs. So I wonder how they're going to be doing. Ooh, we got, so this is a nice one to get. This is the Subaru SY. I think it might be one of the more expensive ones, but looks like we're guaranteed that this is an SY box, because SYs, unlike the other ones, aren't going to be mixed in with the others. So that means we already know what type of box this is. So it'll be an SY box. We'll just happen to see if there's a some sort of irregularities going on. But yeah, so that pretty much means I don't think this box will have a UR, so we can just kind of speed through it. Oh, and then we got an SR back right off the bat. So here we got the second Mio SR. Yep. Bam. 2 hits right off the bat. But yeah, it's like, I don't know if this is kind of cover looking at how JP went and is like, well, if we could do it again, how do we do it better? And they're making these changes, being like, hey, this is something that we would have liked to do if given the opportunity to do it, or once we learned that this wasn't exactly how we wanted it to go. Or if this is just a result of the increased schedule, because it's pretty much confirmed that they're going JP every 3 months and EN every 2 months, so we can get caught up together in June of 2027. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't mind it as long as when we buy the case that we still get the full entire playset. Like, I'm still getting my bare minimum 4 of every card. If I get less of every card, it just means that I have less to trade, which I can live with. It kind of sucks, but like, I can live with that. But the reduced number of S's per box coming at the expense of needing a slot to put in the extra double rares is super not cool. Like, for people like me who try to like collect play sets or like one of every card, it's going to be much harder, because those extra parallels are now going to be much more rare. So prices of those might go up. Okay, so in the JP packs, we got 2 and 2. So coincidentally, it seems like between JP and EN, we have exactly half of the hits in each. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting. Somebody who's better at math can figure that out. But all right, EN packs here. Let's see. So we got the S right off the bat. Got the La Plus S. I wish I had other S's because I don't know. These look more saturated, or they just, I don't know, they look better. Could be that they're just new and I'm excited, but I think these foils look a little bit better than the ones that I'm used to seeing in the past. But there's oh, this is another S. Okay, so we got another S. I don't know. Now I'm really interested in to see how these pack mapping worked. Just because all of the numbers like kind of out the window and we're not really sure. Okay, we got another two-tone. I was worried we're gonna have 2 boxes in a row with no two-tones because we only have 3-pack left here. But at least it makes it interesting because like I kind of know what we're gonna be pulling here, but I don't really know what we're gonna be pulling here. So it does make things a little bit interesting when they mix it up like this. So I can't complain too much. But yeah, like I said, I try to get one of every card for a binder, and if we're getting more double rares at the expense of S's, it should just bring up the cost, and that is not something that makes me particularly excited. It's a double rare, but I guess I won't. That's definitely a want, not a need. More importantly is, does buying a full case still give you a full playset? And that's what I'm most excited to figure out here at the end, because if you have to buy more than a case to get a full playset, this game becomes significantly harder to collect and play. So I hope that that's not the case, but that is everything here. That is all we got. So, and again, the hits were pretty split across JP and EN, where we had 2 S's in one and 2 double rares in the other, and then 2 and 2. So looks like it might even be evenly split between EN and JP, at least for the first few boxes that we've opened. But all right, so we're gonna mark this one down. This is one of our SY boxes. So let's put that in our thing and mark that we got 4 double rares. Oh, and actually, yeah, if I remember correctly, we got 1 SR and 1 SY. Yeah, so if I remember correctly, the other person who said they got 5 double rares got it in an SY box. But we got 4, 2, and 1 of each, so. Okay. All right, so at least as far as content is concerned, we are opening in a good pace. We're not hitting any of the really good stuff too early. And yeah, I should have paid attention, because when I cracked this case open, I kind of noticed that like some of the boxes were faced different ways, and I wish I took note of that, because if I did, wouldn't it be interesting if the boxes that were facing different ways had different things in them? You know what I mean? I should have definitely taken note of that. Next time. Maybe if you're opening a case, you can take note of it. Wait, what? 4 EN versus 2 JP in this one. Does this have the opposite? Let's see. It does. Okay, so it wasn't exactly 3 and 3 this time. What does that mean? I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. I'm just making stuff up at this point. But yeah, I think I'll be happy as long as I open enough stuff to play Subaru, because as I said earlier, this, when I'm talking about Kiata, like, this set doesn't really change the meta too much. Are we just opening hits, like, right off the bat again? Here's an OSR, and it is Coyote. Seems like the first pack of every one that I've opened so far. And wait, this is a double rare OSR pack? Has that happened before? Anybody paying attention? I definitely wasn't. This is a double rare and an OSR in the same pack. I don't think that's happened before. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to run back this tape and like check that out. But yeah, no. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is a thing. Okay, and that's like a thing like normally? Because I don't know if that was a thing normally before. But honestly, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, the only thing that really changes that this set brings to the actual competitive side of the game is obviously it makes Kanata change because we have the Kanata start deck cards, and right now it's an extraordinarily inconsistent deck archetype due to the restrictions. But also it just basically gives us two-tone PC, which is a extraordinarily strong support card. And then it gives us Subaru, which is an extraordinarily strong archetype as well. And then here's another S. There we go. S is good. S is good. And that's first. For those keeping track at home, these are the EN packs. These are the EN packs. It either means this is a UR box or the 2 OSR box. No way. Oh man, is that true? All right. We'll see. Okay, because we got, that's an OSR so far. An OSR and an S. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that they were mapped to that level. Okay. Good to know. Okay, this is a double. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I trust Eli, and if they say that pulling a double rare and a hit in the same pack means that it's either a UR box or the double OSR box, I believe it. So wait, so that would make it the... Got it. Okay, because there is a 1 OSR and a 1 UR, and then there's a 2 OSR. Okay, got it. Okay, I see. Cool. This is a double rare. But, yeah, again, I'm just really excited to try playing the Subaru deck. The deck is extraordinarily linear from what I've heard, and it's like, that's kind of my jam. Like 6 life, powerful, just straightforward lines of play, just like get it done. In. Okay. All right, this is something. Let's see from the bottom. Okay. Did we fix it? Did we somehow fix this? I think we might have fixed it. Hello, can you hear me? Are we alive? I like, hey, wait. Can we, we're not late. We've only opened like 4 boxes. And then the Twitch app just decided to explode. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God, no way. Yo, did you guys see the like flashing images and like the green screen and like whatever the heck? Dude, there was a blip in the Matrix. I've never seen anything like that in my life. That is so funny. All right, hang on. Can we see my hands? Or is this still a freeze frame? Oh my God, we can see it. It's okay. So I don't know what it was, but it like took like a frame, and then it was just like strobing it across the camera. And then it went from just strobing it to then going between that frame and like a green screen, and it just kept going back and forth and back and forth. And then I saw on my stream manager here, because my stream manager is right in front of me, that like it like crashed and it just went to like nothing. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then yeah, whoa. Okay, we're back. Sorry about whatever the heck that was. I have no idea what I was talking about. Let's see, the last thing that happened in this pack was we opened an OSR and a double rare in the same pack. We opened an S and we opened an SR from Shigure Ui. Shigure Ui-san, which we knew was Subaru. And then I think we were talking about how an OSR and double rare can be in the same pack and yada yada yada. So we back up to speed. Are we good? I think I can continue opening packs now, right? We're saving this. Everyone, yes, maybe. I'm not sure, I'm scared. I'm gonna keep opening packs. I hope I don't lose anything. This is already probably gonna be split up into multiple YouTube VODs unless I find a way to like download these VODs and edit them together, but that sounds like a kind of a nightmare because the files are probably gonna be huge, but okay, we're gonna keep going here. I believe that we are ready to keep going. But yeah, again, sorry about that. I've never seen anything like that. It was so funny. I was talking the whole time and nobody could hear me. I was typing and my messages were not coming up in chat. I was so confused. And then all I did was just like force close the Twitch app, because this is just my phone being suspended from the ceiling here. I just force closed the Twitch app and reopened it and it was fine. So must have been a Twitch app problem. I don't know what was going on. Okay, and we got Subaru second, that's good. We need that. We got another Mikorone, that is also very good. We like to see that. But yeah, no idea what happened there. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely wasn't a connection issue, because I tried swapping connections and doing a bunch of other stuff and nothing seemed to work. So when I force closed the app, it just worked. And okay, so it is correct. This is the double OSR pack. So Eagle Eye, you are correct. You live up to your name with the Eagle Eye. Double OSR box confirmed. And we were able to tell, once again, let me read what you said, because also what's funny is like you probably posted this message before the stream went out, but it showed up only just now after I restarted the app, so that might have got lost. But you said it also differs between sets and JP, but sometimes the OSR plus double rare pack is in the box that gets the OUR SEC, and sometimes it's the OUR SEC slot is in the other UR box. Okay. So we have no idea what's gonna happen. We're just gonna keep note of all of this stuff, and we're gonna have fun. It'll be a big surprise. But yeah, we did get the double OSR box so far in this one, so that's cool. You know, another thing I wish that I did during the last set was like looking at the so this is an S, by the way, that's why I'm sleeping it, was like looking at the cards and like reading them to see if there was any like crazy stuff, because if y'all remember, something we missed in the last stream, because I didn't have time to just sit there and read every card, was that there was like so many erratas and so many problems and so many spelling errors. And like when I'm opening them like this, I'm just like going off the top of my head and be like, oh yeah, this is meta relevant because of X, Y, and Z, or you know, these are things that I'm like excited to be playing with and yada yada yada. But like if I sat there and like read the different cards and to see if there was like different weird words on each one, this stream would be freaking forever. And I gotta do this, and then I got to I gotta get back to work after this. So I just wanted to do this at a decent time, and then I am going to get back to work. after this because I gotta continue sorting. But I wanted to do this at a decent time. I want to start it no later than 10 Eastern, so that way the Eastern time folks would be able to at least enjoy it and not stay up too late. So that's my goal. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I don't want this stream to go much later than 2 hours, and it has already been 1 hour and 10 minutes thanks to my huge yap sesh and the weird epic fail that was the Twitch app momentarily not too long ago. So I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit, but I'm still gonna do the fun EN versus JP game because I've enjoyed that so far. You wanna know what? But yeah, let me first of all go back over here. So we had 2 OSR, so let's write that in, 2 OSR. And we had 1 SR. Yeah. So let's put the SR back here. And then we had 2 S. We had the Ririka and the Raden event. That's 2 S. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 double rares. Okay, so that means that we just opened so this is our box 4. We opened 4 boxes, and that was one of the top 3 box hits that we could get because it has the 2 OSRs. So we still haven't opened any ultra rare boxes, and we are guaranteed at least 2. So there we go. Is there a big hit in this set? Yes, there's a couple EN exclusive cards that don't exist in the JP pack. So by the way, for the record, while I'm talking, I'm going to go into the English packs. So opening those would be great because I'm sure that those are going to be pretty expensive. So I would be extremely excited for that. There's a lot of really good support in the set, and I would love to open those at higher rarity as well. And double rare. Otherwise, there's always the chance of hitting a signed card, and the signed cards are always big money. I think Subaru would probably be the biggest one. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I will be posting my breakdown as soon as I'm done. I have it. That's why I'm documenting it here. I will definitely be posting that. Yes, another Subaru. But yeah, I would say any of these at higher rarity we're super excited about. Any of these cards that we've opened at base rarity, if we open any of their alternate art variants, we would be very happy. Any signed cards, we'd be super happy. Any OURs, we'd be super happy. All of those are all big hits. So Subaru is the best archetype in this set. It's based around this character here. So any of the high rarity Subarus we'd be super happy with. She's also pretty popular as just a character in general, so there might be fans that want her cards, and she's a powerful archetype, so you might get that collector casual overlap that skyrockets the prices. But yeah, I think that's kind of like what we're looking for here. For all of those note takers, the EN pack so far has been just 2 of these. So that means these last 2 packs, if we're judging by our previous hit rates, should have something good in them. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we got. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, La Plus SY. All right, so we got another SY box. That means we basically have deconfirmed an ultra rare, so you got to stick around more to see what else is coming, because we're not getting an ultra rare in this pack unless it's freaking weird. Are there god packs in this game? What if we get a god pack? That'd be awesome. All right. Oh, and we were right. We were going to open 2 things. We got the SR Ollie second. So So there we are. It looks like that is holding up. So there's an even distribution of double rares and hits in both the EN and JP packs, because that's literally the last of the JP packs. And again, we had 2 hits and 2 double rares. And that has been pretty consistent across all 5 boxes so far. All right. So there you go. There's no EN versus JP bias. This is JP packs now. I could go back and I can actually map to see which ones tended to have more hits than the other. But it does look pretty consistently that like one half of them is going to have the SR and the SR and the hit, and then the other half is going to have the S's, because we just opened an S from the non-EN side here. So that also seems pretty consistent so far, so we can take note of that. But yeah, pretty interesting that we just decided on a whim to start tracking these things, and sure enough, it is paying off. It is actually giving us some information about how these cards are packed. So, interesting. Two-tone, yeah, is that a two-tone box? Yes, it is. Or maybe that was from last pack, actually, last box. So, once we're at halfway through, I want to do a support card check just to see how many support cards we've opened as we're about halfway through the box. But here's our double rare. So we should have one more double rare, one more S, I believe. If this box mapping graph is correct, we'll see. Another Nodoka. I've been getting a lot of managers and Nodokas, like 2 per box. So if you wanted these alternate arts, it does not appear that they will be particularly difficult to get. Two-tones, on the other hand, I have open boxes without two-tones. So that, unfortunately, is a bit annoying. And, Icarone. All right, one more. So we should be due for an S in here, if I remember correctly. I don't think we've opened the second S. I don't know, maybe I went by it too fast. We might have already done it. Nope, there's another double rare in here. So let's do a count and make sure that we got everything. Okay, so 3 double rares, 1 S. That was from the JP packs, and then we had 2 double rares and an SR and an SY. Okay, so this is true. It's starting to seem like this is actually accurate. One of the boxes is going to replace an S with a double rare. Just so happens that this double rare was the Kanata one, but that is not necessarily the case. Okay, so this box had 5 double rares, 1 S, 1 SR, and 1 SY. Okay, yeah, it seems like that is the case. So, in order for the start decks to be incorporated into the booster product, it looks like it is coming at the expense of S's. The additional double rares are going into the slots where S's normally would be. I think we've all but confirmed that at this point, because this is now our 2nd out of 5. So we might even have 4 out of the boxes here be the other double rares, because I think the only double rare from that box is from the start deck is this one, right? I think that's what it is. So my prediction is that we are going to be down 4S. That is my prediction. We'll see. But if that's the case, how are they going to pull this off with the Flogo deck? Because wasn't the Flogo deck 2 decks, or was it just 1? And if it was, does that mean that we have more double rares? Because if we're dropping 4S for the Kanatas, which is a double rare, that makes sense. But if we're dropping multiples, then that means either barely any S's, or we're just not going to be able to get a complete set there. So, oh, that was 2 decks. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay, so 6 is going to be... I hope that's not why they're dropping MSRP, because they're expecting you to buy multiple boxes. That would be big bummer. All right, JP first. We're doing JP first. And then this is officially the 6th box. So we'll be halfway through, and I'll do a support card check-in at the end of this. Just to see how many support cards we've been opening. All right. Oh, we got a double rare already. I guess it is slightly more exciting because you're opening technically more hits, but I guess you're not, right? If they're just replacing the S with a double rare, you're not opening any more or less. You're actually technically opening less, because I think more people would be excited about S's than they would be about just like random double rares, I think. But I guess it's better because, like, if I opened this whole case and I didn't get 4 Subarus, I'd probably lose my mind. Because that's the deck everybody wants to play. Let's see, and 5 RRs, so 20 additional RR that need to go into. Are we talking about set 6 here? With the RRs? Is that what we're talking about? Or because we're like, Kanata only had the 1 RR, right? So for this set in particular, we're only down 4 RRs. I agree about 6 RRs per box at the expense of no S would be horrible. I agree. We definitely need S's. Bam! That's a good SR to pull. We like that. All right, we got an SR. Bam. Since I'm not doing anything with this middle row, how about I do that? That way we can better keep track of the hits. All right. Oh, sorry. I almost opened an EN pack on accident. We're in JP right now. JP packs only. All right. It seems like there's a pretty even distribution of colors. I noticed in the previous couple boxes, there's been way more because we introduced purple and then we introduced yellow, but it seems like now there's like a pretty even distribution of the colors, which is cool. I actually like that. Before there was just so many. So. All right. Nodoka and Manager in the same pack. That's pretty good. Anime Corona, did you see that? Did you see that? Man. 3 key supports in 1 pack. That's pretty sick. That was a good one. We do like that. Wait, Eagle Eye, you might know. Is one of these slots supposed to be like a reprint slot, or does that come up in a later booster pack? Because I heard that, like, they kind of like label the slots going forward. But I'm pretty sure I've opened these supports at like multiple different pack slots. So like that one's different from the previous one already. So I'm not sure if that's something that they implement now or later. But yeah. We are now in EN territory, by the way. This is the first EN. So in this one, we only opened 1 SR and 2 RRs. Okay. Interesting. So we're currently down a hit, unless I'm just going through this too fast and miss something. This is an S. That is an S. Okay. That is an S. I might have missed an S while I'm talking here. Let me just look real quick. I just want to know. There's a lot of, that's a rare. Okay. There's a lot of yellow still. That's a rare. That's a rare. These are rares. Yeah. Okay. The reprint slot started in set 5 JP. Okay, we'll definitely pay attention to that as we open the new stuff. In 2 months, mid-April. Let's go. That's a rare. That's a rare. That's a rare. Okay. Well, it looks like I didn't miss anything. It looks like that one was just down a hit for whatever reason. Unless it's in here. No, that's a rare. That's a rare. Yeah, those are rares. Okay. All right, so for the first time, the one of the halves has less hits. Unless this is a 1S box, in which case that means that this might be an ultra rare box. I don't know. Does anybody else find this interesting? I find it fascinating. Nope, it's an SY box. Confirmed. Never mind. Everything I just said, throw it out the window. SY box confirmed. SY box confirmed. So we got Louis. So that means that we have Louis, Laplace, and Subaru as our 3 SYs so far. Okay. Yo, I love this stuff. This is one of the reasons why I've never really bought packs for card games before. I'm going to be 100% honest. I usually just buy singles. And if I was in Japan, I probably would do the same thing because there's just so many more stores there and it's just easier to get the cards. So I probably would just buy singles, I'm going to be honest. But when somebody told me that you can essentially get a play set when you open a case, that was very enticing to me because I wasn't sure exactly how many people were going to be into the game, and I wanted to make sure that I had decks available just in case people weren't. And I've actually been blown away by the amount of people that have actually been into the game and how much I've been able to travel for it. So that hasn't really come up as much, but I really enjoy the fact, because like as somebody who came from other games like Pokemon or Magic, the thought of opening a case and getting a playset of every card is just impossible. I opened multiple cases of Magic on this channel, by the way. If you want to see more Magic, if you're interested in Magic, then make sure to follow, because I'll be opening Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in literally a week on the channel, because I'm a big TMNT fan. So I'll be opening that, probably like a case of Collector and like a couple cases of and maybe like a case of play boosters, or maybe just like a box and a case or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It probably won't be too long, but yeah, it's not something that I usually do. I will open it for the store. Okay, wait. Let's do a recap here. Bam. My theory is starting to hold true, as we had 5 double rares, 1 S, 1 SR, 1 SY. So if I'm correct, that should happen one more time. One of the OSR boxes should also give us only 1 S, and in its place, give us that. Give us an additional double rare to make up for the fact that we have the Kanatas in the set. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We'll see, and then I'll count them all after just to make sure that we have them. But yeah, so that is actually 2 of those boxes in a row, because we literally just had that with the previous pack. Because I have all the hits here, so that was the Louis, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that was the Laplace, which was different again. To remind you, especially if you came in late, this one only had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it had the SR there. So, or the SY, I mean. So not all of them have 5 double rares in it. I think if I were to guess, 2 of the OSR boxes and 2 of the SY boxes are like that. We'll see. Is everybody who messaged me on Discord all telling me that my stream died? Is that it? Yes, that appears to be the case. Okay, sorry. I hope that my stream is still live. Oh wait, I was gonna do a quick breakdown. Okay. Two-tone, Nodoka, Mikorone, Manager. All right, so after opening 6 boxes, how many of each of these did we get? Let's find out. Because I think these were the cards that everybody was asking me about the most. Okay, so we opened 6 boxes, and in those 6 boxes we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Nodokas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 managers, 1, 2, 3, 4 Nikorones, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Two-Tones. So that's where we're at after halfway of opening it. Okay, that box is done. Split again into JPEN. All right. EN first this time, 6. All right, we're halfway there. But yeah, I'm now that there's no cheer, that's why this row's empty. I usually fill that with cheer. Now that there's no cheer, I wonder how people will be able to build decks if they jump in at, let's say, set 6. They really want to play one of the new Holomem from set 6 or something. Or they hear Korone is really good and they want to make the Korone deck. How are they going to get yellow cheer for that deck? Are they going to have to find a set 3 flare deck and buy that just to get the 20 cheer? Like, I don't know if they've announced that or not, but seems interesting to say the least. Because I think like part of the description of the actual packs themselves say something to the effect of, we've included multiple reprints so that way new players can even play or something like that. Let me see what the exact wording is here. Prismatic, by the way, I just saw. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Let's see. Where was it? hololive. So it says, yeah, so in the product overview for Ayakashi Vermilion, it says, and I quote, the set also includes select reprint cards, making it possible to build a deck and start playing using this product alone. Objection! Woo! Hololive, or Gen 4, Hololive Gen 4 S. This is what we like to see. So we got an S here. I'm gonna move this double rare over here. But yeah, if they don't have cheers, like how are you gonna do that? How are we supposed to do that exactly? Like, that's kind of important. And if I remember correctly, Ayakashi Vermilion is the one where they said that it's gonna be huge as hell because it's not gonna have the Flow Glow decks. Like, is that why they're releasing the 6 starter decks? Like, are they going to release those in English as well as, ooh, as an Advent fan, Adventrix, I am very happy to see more of the higher rarity Advent cards. I will be definitely looking for those. But I know that they're releasing the 6 start decks, right? So, and there's one of each color. So I wonder if that's their thing. They're just going to print one of each color start decks from now on and just be like, hey, if you want to get in the game, you can buy this color and it'll come with the cheers, and that's how they're going to do that. I wonder. I'm not sure. But yeah, they would have to release that in English and in Japanese at the same time. Oops, I almost grabbed a JP pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this is the last EN pack. So EN pack so far, this is probably going to be a double rare pack if we have 2 S's already, if I had to guess. That means the goods is going to be in JP this time, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's interesting to not know the future. Look at that, a double rare. It's like we could predict the future. But yeah. Okay, so there's 2 S and 2 double rares in the EN packs. So that means the hits should be in the JP packs this time. That's pretty interesting for the future of the game. I know that there's a lot of people making posts and being like, hey, I would really like it if you could make sure that the start decks are playable. And like, maybe the answer to that question is, don't worry, we're going to be releasing those 6 start decks worldwide, so that way everybody has access to the cheers and basic staples. And don't worry, we're releasing them all at the same time. But also, I personally don't mind. As somebody who's just, ooh, okay, we got an OSR. OSR, this is an OSR pack. So with an OSR pack, we have 2S, so that means it's not an ultra rare pack. So probably just a regular OSR pack. So that might just be our hit from the box. But yeah, we still should get an SR, and I would love an Advent or Mikorone SR, that's for sure. Would love to hit that in this case at some point. But yeah, I think that they're going to have an issue where they're going to need to find a way to get more people to be able to play the game and not just collect the game. And these booster packs, at least from what I've seen so far, are better for people trying to collect. It's more of a fun pack opening experience because you have more shinies and just like cool cards and stuff. But like if you're actually trying to play the game, then all of a sudden things like cheers could be expensive, and like that would be a disaster. You don't want things like cheers to be expensive. I don't know, am I alone in that? Well, we'll see. But I am also excited to see that they are going away from the cheers that they have in the first few sets, and that they've been completely redesigned in the other ones. From set 6, I think, is when they have the new art, and the set 7 ones look absolutely gorgeous. They look very good. So I'm excited to see where they go with that design. But we're not talking about the pretty cheers. We're talking about just the regular base, like, let's just play the game type cards, you know? I'm not really sure where they're going to be going with all that. Hey, there's the SR. We got the Coyote. Coyote is our SR. So that should be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, two-tone. Last minute two-tone. Only 3 supporters this time? That's crazy. No Mikorone. All right. So let's pack these up. Next box. Oh, wait. I need to mark it. So we had, that was just 4 double rares, 2 S, 1 SR, 1 OSR. So that's this one. 4 double rare, 2 S, 1 SR, 1 OSR. Okay. Copy this one over. Cut. That was box 7. We have 5 more boxes left. Hopefully I finish this sooner than later. I don't want to keep y'all up all night. And then, yeah, we had an OSR. Bam. Okay. We're marking the box break. And yeah, let's just go into the next box. So far, it's pretty funny that my streams have conveniently held out on the ultra rare boxes until later in, because I noticed we opened them kind of early last time, and there was a dramatic drop off in viewership after we had guaranteed that we had opened both ultras. Everyone's like, all right, guys, it's time to go home. We don't need to watch another SY get open. So it is good for viewership if we open the good stuff later, but no way for me to really control that. If there was, that would be rough. But yeah, all right, we're opening JP first this time. JP pack. Let's see what we get. All right. Looks like we do have significantly more yellow, and we had a double rare right off the bat, than the other colors, but it's not as bad as the last one. But it's only a little bit more. Like, I've got like about a finger left in that one, and then about 2 in those. So it's not too much more. I think 2 of the start deck cards are also yellow, so that, like Watame being one of them. Oh. Okay, this is an SR. This is an SR. What is the SR? Milfiso. That's our SR. So this is, I believe, the rare, right? Okay, so we got our SR. Ooh, that ripple foil. Can you see that? Here, I'll stand up. That ripple foil is kind of cool. I like how the different SRs and like the different cards all have like different textured foils. Super cool. I wonder if you can pick that up, but that ripple foil looks great. Hell yeah. That's also another thing when I was talking about earlier about I don't really open packs much, but I really enjoy opening these. And that's another reason is because like all of the foils are just like super cool. And all of them have unique textured foils, and it's just really interesting. So there's that. Hey, look at that. This one also has the ripple foil. Can you see that? I think. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So it looks like they have that represented in the textured one as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so judging by our previous attempts, we should be getting either an SY or an OSR in the next 2 packs here in the JP side. So we'll see if that ends up being true. Running out of support card room in this. I'm gonna have to bump it down a little bit. But yeah, just looking at this, I don't think like Ririka and Raden get super playable until they get some of the buffs in the future sets. Probably set 5 if I remember correctly. Koryori, I remember being pretty good. I have no idea what she does. Does anybody know? I know there's like, I remember seeing her in lists and like in results. So I believe Koryori's pretty good, but like far and away the one from this set that everybody's most going to be excited for is Subaru. And does anybody know why? Why is Subaru the most... Oh, so that was... Okay, wait, this happened before, right? Where we had just one hit in one side? All right, maybe this is gonna be... Maybe we're gonna open something cool. But yeah, I will explain kind of how Subaru works. And this matters if you're going to be playing... Oh! We are okay. So all of the SYs are out of the way. We got the Aki SY. So there's that. And I believe... No, we should have 2 SYs? Or we only get 4 SYs. I think we only get 4, right? I think we only get 4. So I think that's our last SY here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I just made a mistake here, so we just get rid of that one. Okay, yeah, so that's our 4th SY, which means we did not get white. We did not get white or blue, looks like. So we did not get white or blue. Okay. So I'll have to pick those up later. Oh wait, I don't have to keep going here. But yeah, let me go ahead and just show you the Subaru line, right? And I'll do it while I'm opening packs. It's pretty easy to go through, and if you're going to be playing an entry cup, this is probably something you're going to want to know. And it's kind of scripted. There we go. And I can kind of show you how it works just with 3 cards. So while I'm opening this, and I can show you exactly why this archetype is so strong here while I'm opening. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to have one of these in your center position. All right, it's 130 HP, which is basically like a Tatang Grene, but you don't need a Tatang, it just is that big, which is already very difficult to knock out. So for example, in my Kiara deck, in order for me to knock out 130 HP on my Bloom turn, I need to have 2 knights, a combination of either 2 knights or a knight and a first Bloom idol. They each have to have a cheer on them, and they each have to have an axe for me to hit 130. So I'll either hit 130 or 140. Statistically very hard to do that. So they're very, very, very tanky. So you can pretty much guarantee that they will live. It is hard for them to be knocked out at that HP in the current meta. So put a cheer on this, and then you leave it there, and then boop, let's baton pass it out with a little bit of damage on it. So 1 cheer goes into the archive. We promote now another one and Bloom on top of that one, and we've cheered onto this one for turn. So we cheer onto this one, baton pass out, 1 cheer in the archive, 1 cheer here, Bloom into that. Wow, 190 HP now on a fresh Subaru. Again, probably not gonna get knocked out. Really, really, really difficult to knock that out. Then turn 3, cheer to it. Now it has 2 cheers. Bam, Bloom the second right onto it. When you Bloom the second on, what does this Bloom effect do? Send 1 yellow cheer from archive to your holomem. This needs 3 to perform. There it is, bam. That is and there's an S. We have an S now. So we have the Nene. So once again, that is the basic plan of any Subaru deck. Put one of these in the active, cheer to it. Baton pass it out to put 1 cheer in the active for a fresh one. Bloom one of the giant first onto it, then cheer to that. Cheer to it again, Bloom onto this. Bring that cheer that you baton passed out. Now your Subaru can go ahead and perform, and it has as little damage marked on it as possible. That is kind of like the opening lines to one of the most dominant strategies in the new meta. And this gets +10 for each cheer on both players' stage, okay? But it only counts up to 8. So that is a good way to, it does a lot of damage. It's pretty easy. So we got another S. So second S here. Let me do that. And it's pretty much just the easiest way to do damage. And then you never really have to collab because they have so much HP. And that's why Marine is the best for it, because it can deal additional damage from the backstage with the Marine package. So that's why the Babadona or the Submarine deck is so good, is because it doesn't collab, it doesn't open itself to a lot of problems, and it has a pretty good linear game plan. So if you are wondering and you are looking for an easy deck to pilot for the upcoming entry cups, the Subaru deck is probably for you. Anyway, 4 double rares, 2 S's, 1 SR, and 1 SY. So that brings us to our last SY box of this particular case. And that brings us down to 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes remaining. We're still missing the 2 SR box, as well as the 2 ultra rare boxes, and then 1 more OSR. And if I were to guess, one of the OSR boxes probably has 5 double rares. I'm gonna guess that right now, but I'm not sure. I would just assume that that would be the case. 4 more boxes to go. And are we making it on time? 10 minutes to midnight? We should be all right. Sorry again for it running late. We had some technical difficulties midstream. Hope that everybody's still doing okay despite losing some time. I did want this be over in about 2 hours. So we're getting there. We're about on time. We don't have any start decks or anything to open after this, so we just have to get through these remaining 4 boxes. All right, JP pack. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. So now that we're getting closer and closer, ultra rare should be coming up. So I should be paying more attention to the cards that I am opening, because at any moment we could open some of our biggest hits. But that's an S. Oh, that's a good one. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Here is what the regular struggle meal looks like. It's just an uncommon from the set. And when you open the S version, it has alternate art. Isn't that pretty cool? So yeah, I'm glad we did actually get to open that so we could demonstrate that. There you go. Very cool. All right, so we got struggle meal. That's pretty nice. That can happen up to 3 times in this set. And if I remember correctly, that is something that was not unique to EN. This is something that was also in the JP version. So I'm glad we got to open one of those so we could showcase that. That's cool. But yeah, again, we have 2 cards that are exclusive to the EN set, 3 cards that can be alternate art like that. Yeah, opening these, if you've opened the other packs in the past, you'll get some surprises. Some things are new and interesting. All right, we're gonna take about half of those yellow cards and put the other half over there. All right. There we go. Another double rare. I'll put the spots right here and put this down here. Manager. Nothing in this one. Again, the hits are in the center. If you're not familiar with the game, if we have a hit, it'll be right in the center. So this particular case did come from a master case, so one of the 3 cases is guaranteed an OUR in theory. So it's possible that an OUR could come in one of these boxes, but we don't know if it's this one or another one. But so far, the JP side has had 2 and 1 S, which means that this might be just a regular OSR box. Which, if it is, that means that we probably have a 5th double rare in here. We'll see if we open a hit into this one. Because again, the JP, yeah, there's nothing in here. The JP EN split has actually helped us figure out what's going on. Okay, so again, the JP split, 1 S, 2 double rare. So if I had to guess, I'm gonna say that this is an OSR 3 or 5 double rare box. Let's see if that ends up being correct. And if that's the case, then that means 2 of the 3 remaining boxes are going to be our ultra rares. So anybody who's sticking around to the end will be able to see the good stuff any moment now. So let's just get through these boxes. This box as fast as possible. Because I'm pretty sure that that means that our ultra rares are going to be in the remaining 3 boxes. Or at least 2 of them in the remaining 3. Or it could be in this one right here, because that's something. Let's see. Let's see. SR. It is just the SR, but what SR is it? It's the Fubuki SR. All right. Was not a ultra rare. Am I going to be right here? Is this actually going to be correct? Is this just going to be another 5 double rare OSR box? Interesting. So I guess it does technically kind of matter if you open an EN or a JP booster. because it looks like the amount of cards in each of them is somewhat mapped. I'm gonna put this down here. All right, let's see. La Plus, Coyote, Mascot. Okay, this is something. What is this? So this means it's our double SR. Okay, this is our 2 SR box because we just got an SR. Which one is it? Rodin. We got the Rodin. So here is our 2 SR box. 2 SR box. Got a Mikorone though. That's pretty cool. So statistically speaking, most people say that the 2 SR box is the weakest of the 12 that you could get. Because most people, you know, they want the Oshi Holo Mems, they want the ultra rares, and getting 2 SRs is arguably the weakest of the 12 different options in box mapping in HoloLive. So, and we did get an S here. So that's 2S, 2 SR, right? And that means we should probably get 1 more double rare in this last box. That's probably what that means. Let's see. Let's see. What did we say? Got the rose foil Fubu Meowsaurs. What do you mean? Like the Meo I got earlier? I'll have to look at it. Okay, it looks like this is a double rare box. Yep, there's a double rare. Okay. Well, chat, this means that we got the worst box. I kind of feel like we're on Let's Make a Deal. We're like, by process of elimination, we know which ones are left, and now we're placing our bets, and we're making deals, trying to figure out what we're doing and what's the best thing that we can do here. So we have 4 of the double rares, 2 of the S's, 2 of the SRs, nothing of anything else. That means that we have exactly what I believe is going to be a 5 double rare, 1 S, 1 SR, 1 OSR box, and then 4, 1, 1, 1, and 1 UR, and then 4, 1, 1, and then 1 UR or SEC. And there's only 3 boxes left. So if everything's going well, it should be, if we're super lucky, then the 2 URs will be the last 2. And we just opened a 5 double rare, 1 S, 1 SR, 1 OSR box here. We'll see though. So that Fubuki and Mio go together and have a roll. Oh, okay, I want to do that. Oh, yes. Super cool, super cool. Oh, yes. Let's see it. Thank you for pointing that out. That's so cool. I did not know that that's a thing, and I'm glad that I opened both of them so I can make it a thing. Oh no. You're right. No way. Okay. Like together like this? Oh man. Chat, is that cool or what? Oh my god, are they like touching hands too? Oh hell yeah, that's so cool. Let's see. Can you see all the rose patterns on it? Super cool. Nice. I did not realize that they were doing stuff like that. That looks so good. Very cool. And we got both of them. Nice. Yeah, that's not something I knew that they were doing. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out. That's cool. I'm glad we opened them, and I'm glad we got to show that off. Very cool. Again, that's another reason why I love opening this product. You just get so many cool foils and like little cool things like that make the pack opening experience really interesting. All right. We're just gonna go with JP packs first. Again, 2 of these 3 remaining packs have URs in them. So we should be getting to see some interesting stuff. Hopefully. Let's see what's up. Oh, this does not have anything in it. This is nothing. All right. Next one, JP pack. Let's see. We're getting to the exciting part of the stream. We talked about the meta. We talked about different decks, and different cards, and some of the cool stuff. We've got to display a couple cool things about the set. And now we open a double rare. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. And we're getting to the point where we could open something very cool. And y'all are here on a Tuesday night listening to the hum of the lights in the card shop while we open some cards. No way. I know what that is. I know what that is. Are y'all ready? I'm so excited. You should see the smile on my face. I'm so happy. You guys ready? Look. The Advent English exclusive SR. Look at that. This is sick. I've seen a bunch of people post this, so it would be cool, honestly, if these were actually one per case. I'd be super devastated if I didn't open it, so I'm so happy that I got to open it. Oh, man, it looks so good. The textures are so good. Can we capture that? Let's see. I don't know. It definitely does look better in person. It's kind of hard to capture the textures on camera. I'm going to try my best. But, man, what a beautiful looking card. I love this. This is cool. Oh, man. This is the one I wanted to open the most, too. So, looks so good. EN exclusive Advent. Yes. Open from a JP pack, by the way. Open from a JP pack. All right. Whew. All right, that's the card I wanted to open the most. So, from here on out, everything's just kind of gravy. So, I'm glad I got that one. Again, I have noticed a bunch of people who posted case openings. They also open the Advent. So if they are one per case, that makes them much easier to get, which I would argue is a good thing. So, whew, okay. All right. What is this? This is a double rare. Bijou. Oh, we got Shorty and Bijou in the Advent side there too. Look at that. It's all coming together. It's all coming together here. Look at that. It's all coming together. All right. So excited. I wanted to open. Advent is like one of the reasons that I'm like into hololive in the first place. So the fact that I got that card, got to open it on camera is so cool. I love that. Oh. That looks to be like an OSR to me. It's peeking behind the manager chin. Let's see. Ririka's pretty good, actually, right? But I think she just gets better support in future sets, so she's not, like, super great, right? Yeah. No, like, I swear the camera just does not do it justice, pun intended. It looks so good in person. Man, that looks good. I am so excited there. Very cool. All right. So that means that this last pack has nothing in it. If we've learned anything from opening up until this point, it means that this last pack isn't nothing in it. Which also means, if I am correct, that we happened, by pure happenstance, to open the non-UR boxes until the very last two, making this opening particularly exciting. And we went into it with the Advent exclusive EN card. Man, that's so cool. All right, we could still open a UR though, so I'm not gonna go too fast. But I have a feeling that that's exactly how the stream is gonna go, where somehow by complete chance, we open the URs absolutely last. But yeah, let's see. What do we got here? It's a double rare. So again, this was from the first half here. So if my theory is correct, we will open 2 more of these, and we will open, and that's it, right? I think. Let me double check. Because it'll be down 1 S. So that means the only thing left should be 2 of those. We'll see. 2 double rares. She's pretty good right now, but she works better with Choco Oshi due to food surge. Oh, Ririka is? That makes sense, yeah. I know that she gets buffed later, and I think she was like somewhat decent in entry cut, but like not as strong as like Marine or Rene or that kind of thing. Submarine, Rene, and Marine, Mono Marine are like the best decks in entry cup according to JP. However, JP also did not have to deal with Kanata, and we have not figured out if Kanata will be legal, because if the Kanata deck is legal, that means Watame is also legal, that means Toa is also legal, that means, who's the other summer? So our format will be very different from JP's format if they allow all of that. Now the numbers are different, they are the start deck numbers, so they could still like not do that, but I doubt that they'll do that. It's just too confusing for people who are playing here outside Japan. So, am I a genius? Am I correct? Are we just gonna open 3 double rares and be done with it? I guess technically there is a 1 OSR, 1 UR box, so I have to be careful. We could still open a UR here, so it's possible. This is a double rare. Okay. So if I'm correct, in these last 2 packs, we should have, oh wait, no, we can't have, oh yeah, no, in these last 2 packs, we should have just 1 more double rare, and that should be it. We'll see. Could be a UR box, we don't know. Technically, it still could be, so I'll go nice and slow with this one. This one has, this is an S. Oh, and this is an alternate art S. Cool, we got the second alternate art S. Very cool box. All right. So I will show that off because I already have it right here. All right, so we got the Advent, by the way. I forgot to show it off earlier, but the Advent. So this is the regular art, and this is the English exclusive alternate art. As you can see, they are different. And then Koyori's Assistant as well. Koyori's Assistant looks like that, but when you open the S version, it's alternate art. Just like that. Super cool. All right. So that means we got at least 2 of the 3 alt arts. So awesome. If we open the La Plus somehow, then we'll have gotten all 3, and this would have been a very sick box. So, and then we got the Fubiki Mio combo as well. Very cool box opening. So I believe that this should be a double rare box. You would think, or maybe this is an ultra rare, because this could still be an ultra rare, right? We'll see. All right. I think it's a double rare though. I think I saw it peeking. I think it's just a double. Oh, nope. And actually, this is a UR. Our first UR, you can see, says there, and it is, let's go. In the Advent box, baby. Let's go. Again, as a huge fan of Advent, I am so happy that this is one of my ultras. So excited. The Jewel of Emotions. I hope you'll feel my radiance. Super cool. Oh man. See that texture on there too? Wait, hold up. Okay, no, never mind. I thought there was a print line, but it's just the texture, the way it works. Super cool. What a cool box. What a good box. All right, well, that means that was not our SEC box. Because we got the OSR, that means that our next of these two that are remaining could be the really, really, really big hit. But yes, so we did get the Bijou Ultra Rare in box 10 here. So this was 4 double rares. Let's input that. 1 S alternate art. 1 SR. 1 OSR and 1 UR. All right. There we are. There we go. Okay. 2 boxes left. 1 is the biggest hit box, and 1 is just going to be an OSR. So if we see an OSR, we know guaranteed that the biggest potential hit is in the last box. So we'll see. We've made it so far. I don't know if the Bijou deck is any good or if that card is any playable, but it doesn't matter. As Adventrix, I just wanted that card. So it's super cool to be able to open it here on the store stream. All right, EN packs. Opening EN packs. Let's go. All right, 12-10. We still got 2 boxes left. So thanks to the snafu, we'll be a little over 2 hours. And plus, like I said, I got some more work to do after this. So let's see what we got. Oops. Get some of those put away. And nothing in this one. EN pack number 2. This is, all right, there it is. There's our OSR. So we know for a fact that our last box is going to be the one with the big hit, which could be the OUR, could be an SEC, could be just a regular UR, but you're going to have to stay all the way to the end to find out, because we have definitely priced it out. The last box is definitely the last Ultra box. All right, I can go through this one a little faster now that I know that for sure. So, but yeah, so far we've opened up a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of cool stories that we can see in this set as we're opening. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Honestly, I don't know if I'm bummed that the start deck isn't happening. I think that it's fine. I'm gonna have like less overall bulk, because usually like when I personally buy sets, I'll buy like a play set of every card, which means a case, and then I'll buy a enough start decks, which is usually 2 of each start deck, so that way I can guarantee a play set of every card. So not having to buy that extra stuff is great, especially when we have releases coming out every 2 months, you know. So that definitely does help. But I'm going to do a count of all of the double rares at the end, and we're going to make sure that we did, in fact, actually open all of them. But if my math is correct, then this should be a 5 double rare 1S box. So that will make up for the fact that this is a blue card. What is this? This is an SR. What is the SR? Let's see. All right, we'll stand up here and we'll peel back. It's a Buzz. Ooh, the SR Iris. Oh man, that looks great. It's a checkered texture, just like the racetrack flag. Super cool. That's a good one to open. And if you just saw within the last week, Iris was spoiled to have actual dedicated support finally in Set A, coming out in Japan in June. So that's pretty cool. So if I am correct, in this last half here, we should have 1 S and 3 double rares. We'll put right there. So that's what we're looking for. Actually, I can probably bring that up. I can talk about the different stuff, because there was a lot of news that came out within the last week. Of course, it's the week that I'm out of town. But yeah, we had a lot of news come up. So why don't we just go through that a little bit? We can talk about it. So yeah, as we talked about earlier about this set, this does have the Kanata Start Deck cards, which includes a debut Summer Yukata Kanata, 2 different seconds, one a rare and one a double rare. A Summer Yukata Luna, a Summer Yukata Towa, a Summer Yukata Watame, which we've already seen plenty of, that we've opened out throughout the stream. So that does not come as a surprise to anyone. And then the Summer Yukata HOLolive Gen 4. And yeah, that is just those 5 cards, right? Wait, 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 debuts. Yeah, and the Summer Yukata HOLolive Gen 4 event. So those are the cards that they brought in from the. I did not cut this very well. It won't open. Come on, open. Thank you. Speaking of Watame. So we have that. And then the reprint cards we've seen are the Nodoka and Manager and the Mikorone. So far we haven't opened the Mikorone. Here's an S, so that's right. We got the Radin. We didn't open the Mikorone, which is a bummer. I just do think I want that card. So not opening that unless we open it in this last box. It's kind of a bummer, but there is a full art version of the reprinted art in here. But what's interesting is we do not have an updated list about the entry cups coming in March. So we don't know exactly if all of those Holomem will be considered legal for that entry cup or not. And if they are, that will make the meta very interesting, because as I talked about earlier, currently it's Mono Marine, Reine, different variants, and the Subaru Marine deck are kind of far and away the top 3 decks to be playing. But when you throw in Kanata and then potentially other tech cards that you can use, because I know the Kanata deck likes to use some of the summer debuts in its deck, it'll be pretty interesting to see how our entry cup meta develops as we have very, very, very different cards available in the packs to use. So that will be cool. Again, this should be a 5th double rare. Let's see if I'm correct here. All right. All right, let's see. That is a 5th double rare. Okay, so if you weren't here earlier, first of all, welcome to the stream. We have confirmed that this is the last box, and it will have the hit. It'll either have a secret or an ultra rare in it. Or a Oshi ultra rare in it. We know that it's the best box. We have, by process of elimination, made sure that that is the case. However, we have also confirmed that 4 of the boxes have 5 double rares, and those are going to be in the 2 of the SY boxes and 2 of the single OSR boxes do have only 1 S and have an additional double rare in the S's spot. I don't know how I feel about having less S's, but I can confirm, at least with my case, that we are down 4 S's and up 4 double rares, because as you can see, there are 4 different boxes that have 5 double rares to make up for the fact that we have the Kanata start deck in here. So that is confirmed. So that means that our last box is definitely going to be the OUR, SEC, or UR box. We do not know which one it's going to be. But it is the last one, and it's very exciting. And then afterwards, I'll count all the double rares to make sure that we did, in fact, get a full playset of them. So there's that. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Back to the news cycle that we were going over. So again, the question, just to wrap up that topic, is what is the entry cup format going to be like in EN? Those are the tournaments for all of March. And yeah, that is what we are most interested in. Next, set 8 was released. And for the first time, I believe ever, we have a set with HoloMem where the English HoloMem actually outnumber the JP HoloMem. So it's based around Fuamoko. It's Bao Bao. It's Bouncer Bound, or Bao Bao. So the set 8 is Bao Bao. And the Oshi HoloMems are going to be Louis, which is good because that's one of the weaker Oshi HoloMems from set 1. Not many people used it. Ina is finally going to get dedicated support. She never had dedicated support before, so I know that's a lot of excitement for people. Iris as well is going to get dedicated support. Fuamoko is going to get a better Oshi card. And the only reason why I know it's better is because it can't get much worse than what she already has. Cecilia Amagreen will get a dedicated Oshi support. Kanade from Regloss will get dedicated Oshi support. And Mizumiya Su will get dedicated Oshi support, which is cool because right now I've seen her as a support in some stuff, but not a lot. So it would be good to see her developed. And then of note, it looks like Kiara is getting her first buffs in set 3. And who else is of note getting more buffs? We have Hako's Bells and Raoda both getting buffs despite having, I think, sets now, because Raoda's also in this set. So that's a lot of cards in a row for all of those. Reine's coming back. So this is actually going to be a pretty interesting entry cup format, especially since GG and ERB are in here and the Justice deck will be out by then, so should be pretty cool. But yeah, let's pause on the news here and just get right into it because this is the last box of the night and it could have something crazy in it. So let's just get to it, huh? Let's just do it. All right, nothing in this one. Nothing in this one. We're opening EN packs first, for those keeping track at home. It does appear that there is a distribution between the JP and EN packs, so it's not actually random. So let's see. Any one of these could be an insane card, but not these first few packs. You know, this particular case, I've said this before, but this one, unlike the other ones, is definitely extraordinarily content-pilled. Not only have we made it this far, but the first 2 packs of this last box have been complete blanks. So, all right, let's see. There's something in there. All right, I will stand up just in case it is something cool. All right, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Looking from the bottom here, it's an SR, so not super exciting, but it's the Ridika SR. It looks great. Love the textures. Can you pick that up? Yeah, the crosses on there looks great. All right, just an SR. Just an SR. We're still gonna have to keep going to see some more stuff. Almost there. Oh, the Iroha, yeah, sorry, I just saw your message. The LOL Iroha support again. Listen, that is hilarious. They really, really, really love. Roboco getting buffed as well will be good. Rainy will be getting some support. Yeah, actual support, yeah. That would be very cool. All right, got a mascot. Idika. Oh, there's something. There's something in here. Okay, let's see. Start from the bottom. It is a UR. So unfortunately, we are not going to get an SEC. And we're not going to get an OUR, but what is our second UR of the box? And it is Shiori. Look at what a perfect... Wait, is this art any different? I'm going to have to pull up the other card. But what a perfect Advent box. We got the Shiori and the Bibu and the Advent SR. That appears to be both of ours. So this box did not have the OUR and it did not have an SEC. But for me personally, most excited because I am a big fan of Advent. So seeing those cards in person has actually been great. So once again, we'll remind everyone the kind of like the history of this box. But I want to see the other... So this is the regular Shiori. I'll pull out the SR because I also got the SR of the Shiori. So we should be able to see the difference between them as soon as I can find it. There we go. So here's the SR. I might have actually... Did I get the SR of the Bijou? Not sure. But yeah, if you wanted to see the alternate art, there they are. This is what the ultra rare looks like. This is what the SR looks like. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. All right. That makes me happy, especially since it's set 3. When I did the opening, big Advent and Fuamoko fan, and I did not even open like barely any Fuamoko cards. I was super bummed. So getting to open all the Advent cards here on stream for y'all, very, very happy. Very, very happy. All right, so I guess the only thing left that we have to check, which is we will do a box breakdown or a case breakdown after we've opened all these packs, and we will check to make sure that we did get, in fact, 4 of each double rare. That is probably the single most important thing. So I'm just going to kind of fly through this since we know that we're not going to really open too much more exciting in the next few packs, because we did in fact open both of our URs for this case. So that is the last thing that I'm going to double check. So anybody who's interested in statistics can stick around for that, so we can make sure that we did in fact confirm that we got a complete play set of every card. Now I'm only gonna count the double rares. I'm gonna assume that I have enough rares and everything, but I'll do a full breakdown later after the actual set comes out. These are just gonna go into a box and sit until Friday when the actual set comes out. So this is our S. It's the green test tube. So we did not get the Laplace alternate, but we did get the other 2 alternates, so that's pretty cool. It would have been cool to open the Laplace because it's just so visually jarring. It would have been very cool to see that. Alas. But yeah, I guess what I can also do is, so we've talked about that already. And then I guess the last thing here that we have to discuss is, without any notice, the hololive website did in fact update the monthly tournament pack, or the monthly tournament page, and it did include the next tournament pack. So the next tournament pack will indeed have the following. It will have foil unlimited debuts for Coyote in this set, Raden in this set, Cecilia Immigreen in this set, Ridika from Regloss in this set, Kyla in this set, Lammy in this set, Laplace Darkness also in this set, Subaru, which is a good one, because again, that's like the meta deck that comes from this set. And Anya Melfisa is in this set. So last month was definitely a much stronger pack, as it had Mume and Reine and Kanata and just Chloe and just a lot of unlimited debuts that people were looking for and we're very excited for. So this isn't as strong of a lineup, but there's still some good ones in here. But like the last set, there is still 4 alternate arts. So there is the collab Lamy. It has an alternate art. The gift debut Subaru has an alternate art. The gift debut Melfisa has an alternate art. And probably the most important and probably the single most expensive card is there's an alternate Harusaki Nodoka with Laplace and Polka on it. And that, I believe, is very expensive in Japan, and I expect it to also be very expensive here. Anyway, that was a full case. So I'm going to take all the normal cards out, take all of the hits, and we will separate them all. And then, but I will still do, and I will still count all of the support cards that we opened just to see how many of each support card we got. And then, yeah, we'll get to organizing this and have it ready for the weekend, because our store is actually having the Lunar New Year event this weekend. So we have to get ready because set 4 is legal, because I believe HoloLive does not have something like Pokemon or other games do, where it's kind of like Magic, where at the moment it's out, it's legal. So there's that. All right, let's do the final tallies for the supports. So Two-Tone PC was one of them. Manager. Let's do Nodoka Manager, Mikorone. All right, let's see. Just if you were curious, at least about my case and how many of these supports that I was able to get for my investment into one case of this product, this is approximately what I pulled. So here we are. Two-Tone PC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to. With 9, I know it's not really used more as like a 2 of. So technically, this will cover 4 different decks that might need two-tone, because I think it's used as a 2, maybe as a 3 of. But with 9, that doesn't give you a lot of room for trades. So that's kind of a bummer. Nodoka is with the summer outfit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Almost 4 complete play sets. So 1 play set, 2 play set, 3 play set, and 3. All right. 15 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Coincidentally, maybe also 15 of the managers, almost 4 complete play sets. And then Mikorone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. It'd be interesting to see what the counts are on other people's cases, but these appeared to be about the same rarity, or came up. So these are commons. These are uncommons, so that could just be it. But commons are coming at about 3, 2, 4 play sets, and these are coming at about 2 to 3 play sets. But that could just be the rarity difference between common and uncommon. So there's that for you. That answers that question some people had. And then let's go ahead and let's pull out all of the double rares, eh? So again, we go white, green, red, blue. So green, white, yellow. This is an S. I'll put S's down here. So SR. Here's our ultra rares. I'll just put this down here. All right. S. There's that. Red, purple, blue, yellow. Here's another S. Here's an SR. OSR we'll put there. But yeah, while we're winding down and I'm putting all of these in different piles, does anybody got any questions or comments? Anybody excited about this set? Everybody just wanting to buy singles? Anybody gonna crack any of these? I think we've covered pretty much everything that this set has to offer in our short, approximately 2-hour stream here, because we did have that weird Twitch app explosion towards the beginning. I swear we have not just only been going for 90 minutes. We technically went for much longer than this. But yeah, we're just we're sorting this. We're trying to get this all together. I probably should have been sorting this while I was doing it, to be fair, but alas, I did not. So yeah, sorry for the extra weight, but we will find out soon if we did in fact get the full playset of double rares. I wonder if I got the other SR Bibu or not. I should check that. This is an SR, sorry. Let's see. So if everything is correct, we should have exactly enough, because they took 4 S's away from us in order to fit in the 4 Kanata S's. That appears to be what I saw when I was opening it, and that appeared to be correct, but we'll just go ahead and count and confirm and make sure, just for the people tracking that at home, or people who are watching this in the future for a historical record. Hi, YouTube. About how the different pack breaks went with this set. So that's one of the reasons why I do this anyways, actually, to hang on to it and be able to refer to it in the future. So, all right, let's see. So we should have 7 OSRs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have white, we have green, we have red, we have blue, we have purple, and we have 2 yellow. So that is 1 of each. The SYs, we only got 4 of 6, so I'll have to still find white, and I'll still have to find blue. We did get the other 2, or the other 4. These were our 2 URs. These were all of our SRs that we were able to pull, including, and I'll show that one off again because that was so cool. This one was also super cool, but including this pair of SRs with the cool rose pattern, and of course the English exclusive Advent. Glad we got to pull that and show that off. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 S's. So normally we would have 22. So yep, that's exactly 4 S's down. So S's from this set will be gone. All right. Coyote, Coyote, Kanata, 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 Coyote, Coyote, Kanata. That is 4 of the Coyote, and that is 4 of the Kanata. There's that. Okay. Then we have 4 of the Raden. 4 Raden. There's that. We have Kyla. All right, so we have 4 Rika. We have 4 Kaira. Okay, and then for blue, we should have Shioris and Lamis. And it looks like we do, so there's 4 of the Lami. Put those away. 4 of the Shiori. And then we should have Biju and Laplace. And we do have 4 of each of those. I'm just happy to see case openings again. Fills the void whilst waiting for set 7. Yeah. No, it's super exciting. A lot of people were surprised. They're like, oh yeah, it's already happening. But we won't have to wait too long because the next Japanese set will be in March. And we'll have an EN set in April. And then May will be empty, but then we'll have 2 in June. So we do have a lot of things going on. All right, let's see. So we have Matsuri, Nene, Matsuri, Milpisa, Subaru, Nene, Subaru, Milpisa, Subaru, Matsuri, Milpisa, Nene, Milpisa. All right, I think that's all of them. It's 4 of the Subaru. So get that playset sleeved up. Have 4 of the Matsuri. We have 4 of the Nene. All right. And we have 4 of the Milpisa. All right. So we can confirm that we did get 4 of each double rare. And the price of this double rare being adding to the set was we only got 18 instead of 22 S's. So the cost of adding the start deck to this meant that they had to drop 4 S's. So S's will be slightly rarer in set 4. Otherwise, if you are a case buyer, rest assured that it appears that you will get your base rarity playset. Now, I am not sure exactly about the numbers of the other base rarity cards. I'm not sure how many unlimiteds for each of them we have. It looked like we had about 15 of each common, probably about 12 to 16 of the commons, and it looked like we had 8 to 10 of the uncommons, so I expect that to be basically the same. I don't know how many of each rare we got, but probably between 1 and 2 playsets is what I would guess. So yeah, if you are opening a set or a case of this product, that is probably what you can expect. There's a lot of cool new cards. There's a lot of interesting reprints with alternate arts. Also, probably the most interesting thing is the English exclusive cards, like this really cool Advent that we got. And again, if you missed it, there are cards that appear in different foil than they are non-foil, and I'll show you that again just in case you missed it. I gotta find out where I put the support cards. There they are. So I'll pull that out really quick. Oh yeah, this is what the non-foil of that one looks like. I'll show those off just for the people who are hanging out here at the end and might have missed it as we were opening them earlier today. But unique to this set is alternate arts in foil versus non-foil. So we were able to get 3 of those to show off on stream today. That is something new to this particular set. Unfortunately, we did not pull any of the Kanata SRs, but there is a Kanata SR that has never been printed at the SR rarity, that is exclusive to the EN version of this game. It is the rare Kanata from the start deck. We did not open one of those today, but that also exists. So there's 2 EN exclusive cards, and then there's actually 3 of these. One of the alternate is Laplus's Unlimited. So when you open the Unlimited in the booster pack, it will be an alternate art, but if you want just the regular one in foil, that will come out starting in March in the promo packs. So there you are. That's everything. And thanks for sticking around to the end. It was a pretty entertaining and very Advent-filled box opening. And good luck with your pulls, everybody. We will see you around. If you are local and you're at the stream, we will have boxes. Boxes are currently on sale, so you can pick them up online, and we'll set them aside for you for Friday, so you're guaranteed to have them to open in time for the Lunar New Year event on Saturday. But we also have the Lunar New Year event here on Saturday, so I won't have to travel, so that'll be cool. I'll be playing Kiara and trying to win again, so excited to see how that goes. But yeah, cool product, excited to see where they go from here. Have a good one. See y'all.